Okay, well, I'm back after a couple of days of not working on the GTO. I am back at it again. Uh, well, I ended up not putting the transmission in yet because I didn't feel like having to lift the thing up and down a couple of times because I want to cut this hole through the floor and make sure everything is lined up where it's supposed to be, and it just makes things easier to not have a big giant transmission in your way. So anyway, I started laying out, obviously took part of the interior out, seats and the front carpet, kick panels, and the sill plates are all out. And you can see all the wires and stuff that I ran through here. That's the harness that goes to the rear of the car. Originally, this harness would have been wrapped with something. I think he used to wrap it in some kind of a plastic sheathing or something like that. And they just pretty much, with the exception of a couple of clips, they pretty much just lay this thing down flat under the carpet, and, well, we don't see it here, but just imagine it goes through here, up, and then it'll go up into the trunk, I think up along the rear wheel well, and it pops out in the back somewhere in the trunk area. So they weren't too concerned about that harness getting damaged. So, I mean, I guess there's really not too much to worry about because the seat bolts are here, so the track goes this way, and the track goes this way, so there's nothing going across clamping this down. And then I ran some speaker wires, which was a little tough to do because they did not make this car to run, they didn't make it to be able to run wiring like that. I have some on this side, I have some over here, so I got a couple of amps and a sub, 6x9s, and all that good stuff. Anyhow, back to the transmission thing. So I laid this out. I got this is the obviously this is the console here, but this is the new panel that I'm gonna have to put in, and that makes it so then when the shifter comes through here, you have somewhere to bolt down the boot, and then this bumps the carpet out to match this because the shifter is going to be over here, and the shifter, the mechanism itself is a large, almost like rectangular piece that has to go inside there, and you need that you need the clearance in the floor. So normally in the factory they know where they want to put the thing, and they just simply hack a hole through there with a set of torches. It's really very crude, but it got the job done. I mean, they were banging these cars out like crazy for a while, for I guess for a year, 1 year each. So they were just banging these things out. They wanted to make money. They wanted to get the hole cut through there, get the thing back together, and get it out. So I am probably not going to be that crude with the hole. I just can't do it. I mean, it's just not my style. I'm going to cut it nice. I want it to look good, but, obviously no one will probably ever see it again unless they're under the car doing the transmission. But I don't care. That's just the way I do things. I like to make it as neat as possible. So this piece here is going to get slapped right on here like this. I'm pretty sure I'm where I need to be because the contours of this patch panel, or this panel, meet and match up with the original lines of the floor. So with that being said, most likely I'm going to probably use sheet metal screws to hold it down with a sealer underneath it. This way, God forbid I have to move it. And then also, I'm not too keen on welding inside this car with this beautiful dashboard and headliner and carpet over here and all that stuff. I really don't want to have any problems. There's no reason to weld this down. Using sheet metal screws and some sort of an adhesive underneath there, it's not going to hurt. There's no structural integrity to this at all. It's just there to act as a platform for the shifter. Anyway, I am going to have to, looks like I'm going to have to take this console and probably end up, let's see if I can get it back in here again with one hand, probably end up trimming it right there. I've been trimming a little bit at a time. I didn't want to go crazy with the thing because it looks like I'm going to have to move the whole console up about, right around there somewhere. I didn't want to go crazy cutting. This console is extremely expensive. I am not about to spend, you know, probably around $1,200 for this entire console because I cut a little bit too much out of one part. So, you know, patience is key with that. You know, you just work it a little bit, and eventually it'll happen. So, anyway, I am going to be working on that tonight. I'm done for the night. This is what I got done. I'll be back on it tomorrow night and over the weekend. Hopefully I'll get this thing straightened out. I get the hole cut in the floor. Then I got to get the transmission up there with the shifter on it and make sure everything's good. And then put it all back together. So, with that being said, I am done for this evening. I just figured I'd give you guys a quickie update because I haven't been around for a couple of days. And I guess I'll see you all tomorrow.